because of us here. First of all, thanks for spending time to watch this video. Now, me with my friend here, the big hand himself, gonna tackle about the advanced materials and processes in electrical and electronics industry. Sounds interesting. But before we move on to our main topic, there's a lot of things we should know first that we must be tackled on this PECHA KUCHA, such as the current trends in the industry, problems in terms of materials and processes, and of course, the aforesaid topic that I said earlier. Okay, now let me discuss to you the difference between the two, the electrical and the electronics. Electrical and electronics may appear to be the same, but they are not. The first one is electrical, a term that describes anything that has to do with electricity, like power generation and distribution. The second one is the electronics device or machine, same on your household appliances. Then the next is about the current trends in the industry today. We have the cloud computing, cybersecurity, robotics, big data, IoT, or the what we call the Internet of Things. So that's all in all. Cloud computing are remote servers manage and process in your PC. Cybersecurity, it is a protection from any cyber attacks. Robotics, a technology design and construction of robots. While the big data, large data related to human behavior. Then the IoT is a network of physical objects with sensors. All of those topics that we already discussed from the current trends in our industry, there's a problem always occur. Say for instance, when it comes to electrical, there's an oversupply of voltage from the power company that can last up to 50 microseconds, and that is what we call the electrical surges. Besides on electrical surges, there is another one when too much current passes through electric wires and the wire's heat can melt with the risk of starting a fire. This is an electric overload or the overloading. Well, as you can see in this presentation, there are junction boxes which totally uncovered or bare, where wires are connected to one another. Of course, we all knew that it is very dangerous when you reach it and can increase the risk of wire damage and can shock. The next one is another problem that also shock always the people, the high electric bills. This is the bill from Cat Clinton. Just kidding. The bill that a local utility issues to a consumer for the electricity that their home consumes. In our lifestyle today, radiation is everywhere. In physics, it is the emission of energy as electromagnetic waves or as moving subatomic particles, especially high energy particles which cause ionization. In short, radiation is energy from the source to travel through space at the speed of light. There's more besides from the electricity problems. Now this is all about the electronics problems in terms of materials and processes. The product life cycle that refers to the length of time of a product from the company to market then to consumers. We're going now on number 2, the unprotected components. Especially it is inside the phone that we have right now, except if your phone is branded. Most of the smartphones today, the components came from China, many of these containing toxic metals like mercury, etc. Number 3 in electric problems is the moisture-sensitive components. Say for instance, in electronic packages which can trap moisture, vaporize, and exert in internal package stresses, it will be resulted into package cracking due to moisture, and it is called popcorn cracking. Now, after we took the first set problems, we are now going to the main topic, which is related to advanced materials of electrical and electronics in different categories such as the properties, applications, designs, and processes. In properties for electrical, inside the copper wire and band gap. For electronics, G, fast chipset and flexible battery. Well, now, as you can see on the chart, this is about the applications in electrical, the optical cable, and advanced power cable. While in the other side, in the electronics, is the micromorphic chips and mixed molecular electronics. And now we are on the designs aspect. For electrical, we have the geothermal and the downhole grill, and the rest of the electronics, which includes the 4D printing and a second like electrochromic supercapacitor. The last but not the least, the advanced in processes aspect. The number one in electrical is the piezoelectricity and ALMA. The number two in electronics is the plastic processing system into product. And then the carbon fiber with sample applied in BMW automobile. Thanks for watching.